Whether you use cheap drill bits or very high quality ones, one thing for sure is they're all going to need sharpened at some point. It's very expensive just to replace a drill bit just because it's lost its cutting edge or the chisel is a little bit worn. So today we'll be testing 6 different brands to see which brand is the best. We'll first see how long it takes for each brand of sharpener to sharpen the twist drills. Once all the drill bits are sharpened, we'll see which twist drill is the fastest drilling through a piece of 1/2-inch steel. At a price of only $4.99 is this Drill Master drill bit sharpener. Twist drill size 2mm up to 12.5, also 5/64 up to 1/2 inch. 100 grit grinding stone. Requires a power drill that operates between 2,000 and 3,500 RPM. The twist drills that we'll be sharpening are 3/8 inch, and this one is pretty chewed up. I'm going to use a black marker in this twist drill so we can see where the sharpener has gone to work. Place drill in a bench-mounted jig for stability. Place drill bit to be sharpened in correct drill guide. Slowly push drill bit towards the grinding stone, keeping it in the guide. Do not use excessive force. For a $5 tool, the Drill Master actually didn't do too bad, but it does take quite a bit of time to figure out how to get it to work. I found that I couldn't just leave this drill in a stationary position. I actually had to rotate it a little bit during the sharpening process to get the leading edge as well as the chisel formed correctly. It still doesn't look the best, and we'll see just how well it performs a little bit on the drill press. Costing $21.59 is this general drill grinding attachment. In order to use this, you'll need a bench grinder, 1/8 to 3/4, 3 to 19mm. Remove cradle nut from base by removing angle adjustment nut F. If you want your twist drill sharpened to 118 degrees, you'll have to select 59 degrees on the tool. Loose binding screw. Place drill in cradle. Adjust rest until it extends slightly behind the cutting edge of the drill. Drill should be extended approximately the length of the diameter beyond the nose of the lip rest. Adjust the rear bracket to hold the drill in position. Tighten clamp B and secure lip rest. Using slotted base, move drill grinding attachment towards the flat surface of the grinding wheel until a point of the drill just touches the grinding wheel. When grinding, use a light touch to swing the drill grinding attachment back and forth on the pivot pin. Advance the drill gradually through use of feed screw D until the entire surface is ground. If the pivot pin is tight, loosen the tension screw on the nameplate. Avoid grinding too much in one sweep, as this will cause the drill to burn. Wow, much better than the Drill Master, that's for sure. The General Tools actually did a very good job putting a leading edge on this drill as well as a really nice chisel. Obviously there's a little bit of bluing with the steel, and that's my fault for being a little too aggressive with the grinder. Costing $29.99 at Harbor Freight is this Chicago Electric drill bit sharpener. Handles bit sizes from 9/64 to 25/64. Sharpens carbon steel and high-speed steel drill bits. 120 grit. Select a clean bit to be sharpened and match its size with one of the holes in the head. Put the bit into the appropriate hole and twist until it locks into place. Lean the bit towards the number on the outside of the hole. Turn the unit on while exerting a slight downward pressure onto the bit. Making a little progress, but this is definitely going to take a while. Adjusting this knob raises or lowers the grinding stone that's inside this housing. I've got this lifted all the way up to where it's actually rubbing on the housing, and it's still not making contact with this twist drill, as the twist drill is leaning in the outward position as described in the instructions. The only way it's making contact with the twist drill is if I lean it inward, which goes against the instructions. The Harbor Freight Chicago Electric Sharpener, it's a little on the slow side. Took me about 15 minutes for this one twist drill. Costing $44.99 on Amazon is this Goodman drill sharpener. 1/8 through 25/64 or 3 to 10mm. Fully lower the sharpening stone. To do this, turn the rotary switch 1 in the down direction as far as it'll go. Insert the drill in the smallest suitable drill guide on the drill sharpener. Press the on-off switch. Turn the rotary switch up until you hear a grinding noise. Turn the drill under slight pressure loosely and quickly to and fro to the left and right about 10 times. Pull the drill out, turn it 180 degrees, and insert it again until it meets the sharpening stone. If necessary, repeat the whole process until the cutting edges of the drill are sharp. The Goodman definitely seems a little bit faster than the Chicago Electric, taking about 8 minutes to sharpen this twist drill compared to 15 with the Chicago Electric. Costing $98.93 is this Bosch Sharpener, 2.5 to 10 millimeter, 118 degree. Now this sharpener is actually powered by your own drill. Once the sharpener slides over the front of the drill, it can be used to sharpen twist drills. Shorten the drive element with the metal saw, ensuring that the clearance is 110 millimeters, 4 5/16 inches. Clamp the drive element into the chuck of your drill. Press the drill bit sharpener firmly against your drill and tighten clamping screw at the same time. Set the speed to 2,000 to 3,000 RPM. Insert the bit into the smallest fitting hole of the drill bit sharpener. Swiftly twist the drill approximately 10 times back and forth between left and right stop while applying light pressure, sharpening the second cutting edge of the drill bit. Pull the drill bit out a little, turn it 180 degrees, guide it back into the grinding wheel, twist the drill bit as described under sharpening the first cutting edge of the drill bit. Both the chisel and the leading edge look terrific. Costing $128.99 is this Drill Doctor 750X drill bit sharpener. Storage bag. This twist drill is really chewed up. This will really put this Drill Doctor to the test. Insert the bit into the chuck and close the jaws just to the point where the bit slides in and out. Step 2. Insert chuck into alignment port. Press the alignment button down that opens the bit clamp arms. Insert either of the alignment guides on the chuck into the 118 degree notch on the alignment port. We're going to sharpen to 118 degrees, but if you want 135 degrees, it's one notch to the right. With the clamp arms held open, slide the drill bit forward until it touches the drill stop. Now release the alignment button, releasing the clamp arms. Step 3. Adjust the bit position. Turning it inward will result in it taking off less metal. Backing it out will make a more aggressive cut. Since this twist drill is badly damaged, I'm going to push it all the way in. Check to ensure that your bit is held in place correctly. The clamp arms should be holding the drill bit at the narrowest spot. If they aren't, turn the bit slightly until they fall into the flutes. Step 4. Lightly tighten the chuck. Hold onto the chuck and tighten the chuck knob until it is snug. This little window shows the drill sharpening angle. You are now ready to sharpen the drill bit. Keep the chuck in contact with the can pin at all times as you sharpen. Only light pressure is required. You hear a grinding noise as you complete each half turn and each side of the bit face is ground. The sharpening port will rock as you rotate the chuck. Wow, under 2 minutes to get a very nice looking cutting edge and chisel. I can't believe how much damage we had to this twist drill and how quickly this thing went to town. We just made 118 degrees without a split point. What I'm going to do now is make a 135 degree twist drill with a split point, starting off with another twist drill bit that's in bad condition. Since we're going with 135 degrees, I'm going to move this one notch to the right. Wow, this looks really nice. Line up one of the chuck sharpening guides with the splitting guide on the splitting port. Press the chuck slowly and firmly into the splitting port. Remove the chuck, rotate 1/2 turn, and repeat. Check the tip of the bit carefully to determine that both sides of the bit are split equally. Okay, the drill bit to the left is the 135 degree with the split point. The one on the right is the 118 degrees without the split point. The amount of time it'll take to sharpen a twist drill has a lot to do with user experience and the condition of the twist drill. I did not include the amount of time for setting up the equipment, only the amount of time spent actually sharpening. For me, the Drill Doctor proved to be the fastest at 2 minutes for a standard point. The General Tools drill grinding attachment was quick, but I did overheat the drill. The Bosch was pretty quick at around 5 minutes. While the Drill Doctor does make quick work of sharpening, grinding the split point adds quite a bit more time. To test the drills we've just sharpened, I went ahead and added a wheel to these levers to make sure that we have an equal amount of downward force. When I apply weight to this wheel, the amount of downward force is going to be consistent throughout the entire range of the drilling process. This drill press has a speed chart, and according to the chart, 3/8 of an inch should require between 600 and 650 RPM. So I'm going to go ahead and set this at 650 RPM for some mild steel. I've got a 10-pound weight attached to this rope. I'm going to go ahead and apply the downward force to this drill press to see how much weight is actually on the drill itself. Okay, a 10-pound weight translates into 77 pounds of downward force. Obviously, it makes good sense to use a cutting oil in most instances, but in this case, I want to rule cutting oil out as a factor that could involve cutting speed. So what I'm going to do is just run each one of these twist drills without any cutting oil to see how they perform. To test these twist drills have been sharpened, I'll be using a piece of 1/2-inch mild steel. This drill bit we'll be testing first has a lot of damage to it and has not been sharpened. It'll serve as our control. Okay, that drill bit is very dull and obviously did not do very well. Okay, testing the $5 Harbor Freight Drill Master. Unfortunately, the drill master just didn't do a very good job. A person who's used this sharpener a lot could probably do a lot better job than I did sharpening this twist drill. Testing the twist drill that was sharpened by the General Tools drill grinding attachment. A minute and 51 seconds is the time to beat. We'll see if the next twist drill can beat this time. Testing Chicago Electric Harbor Freight. The Chicago Electric definitely did better than the first Harbor Freight sharpener we tested, but it still just didn't seem to do a very good job. Let's see if the Goodman sharpener can beat a minute and 51 seconds. A minute and 21 seconds with the Goodman sharpener. That's a new time. Testing the Bosch. Okay, about 2 minutes and 4 seconds for the Bosch. We'll test the Drill Doctor 118 degree without the split tip first, and then we'll move on to the 135 degree with the split tip. A little over a minute and 30 seconds with the Drill Doctor. Up next, we're going to try the Drill Doctor with a 135 degree split tip. Testing the 135 degree split tip. Okay, a minute and 21 seconds. Very impressive. Up next, I'm going to try a twist drill out of a $15 DeWalt drill bit set that I have not sharpened. In a previous episode on twist drills, 12 different brands were tested, and DeWalt as well as Bosch came out on top. So this is a very fast twist drill, and just for comparison, we're going to see just how well this bit compares against the ones that we've sharpened. Okay, 43 seconds for the DeWalt. As you can see, it did a very good job. With 77 pounds of downward force applied to the 3/8" twist drills, the factory sharpened DeWalt made very quick work of the 1/2" steel at only 41 seconds. The Goodsman and the Drill Doctor with a 135 degree split point took 81 seconds. The Drill Doctor with a 118 degree point took 96. Neither one of the Harbor Freight sharpened drills were able to get the job done, and this could be partially my fault for not doing a better job using the sharpeners. To make this more interesting, I'm adding another 5 pounds to the lever on the drill press for a total of 15 pounds. This translates into about 120 pounds of downward force on this twist drill, which is quite a bit. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to do a very good job sharpening this bit with the Drill Master. Even with the extra 40 pounds, the original Drill Master hole is about the same depth as the one we just attempted to make. Testing the General Tools drill grinding attachment next. About 50 seconds this time, so it definitely helped to add a little bit more weight. The second hole I attempted to drill is slightly deeper, but not very good. "31 seconds with the Goodman sharpener. Very impressive job. It just took a little bit more force in order for this twist drill to go to town. "53 seconds with the Bosch, much better than the first attempt. Okay, 49 seconds by the Drill Doctor. "40 seconds for a 135 degree split point. Testing the factory sharpened DeWalt. Okay, 23 seconds for the DeWalt. Adding 40 more pounds of downward force made a huge positive difference for all the drills, reducing the time by about half. The DeWalt went from 41 seconds to only 23. The Goodsman 31, Drill Doctor 135 degree split point 40 seconds, Drill Doctor 118 degrees 49, General Tools sharpening adapter 50, and Bosch 53. When it comes to drill bit sharpeners, there seems to be an art and a science, and I don't think I'm very good at either of them. With that being said, I never thought I'd be recommending this $22 adapter, but it did a really good job in my opinion for the price. Now obviously you have to have a bench grinder, and it's going to take a little bit of a learning curve to get it right. It took me about 15 minutes to assemble this thing and sort of figure out how it works, so it's really not that hard. The Drill Doctor, in my opinion, is by far the best sharpener we tested, but it's also the most expensive. What I like most about the Drill Doctor is it takes a lot of the art out of it, and it has a lot of science built into it with the way it functions. The Goodman sharpeners seem to do a pretty good job of sharpening twist drills, but the range of twist drill sizes is rather limited, and it's a very, very slow sharpener, which is the biggest drawback for me. 100% of my video ideas come from viewers, and I really enjoy the interaction in the comments section. So if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Just want to say thanks for watching the video. Please take care, and I look forward to next time.